Okay, so I want to talk about a couple things today. Mostly stuff that happened in the streaming sphere. So, there have been some Twitch people or one particular Twitch person very recently, Ludwig, that went over and switched to YouTube streaming, which is pretty big since he was number 6 on the platform. Supposedly, based on everybody who's been talking about this and all the stuff that I've been watching, they have said that you'd be surprised with the people who are going to be moving platform, which means that there are going to be many more like really big Twitch streamers that move over to YouTube gaming or YouTube's live streaming, which is I don't know, I think it's really interesting. Apparently people are really starting to get like so fed up with Twitch that they're just dipping. And I learned that Twitch doesn't give a fuck. Because apparently, like, the offers, right, that they've been getting, and it's been coming out, like, over the past, like, I don't know, few weeks when people who have come back to Twitch, like, this guy's toast, that Twitch only offers, like, 1/10 as much for their contracts. Like, they don't give a fuck. They don't care if people leave at all, which I think is going to cause a lot of mofos to dip. Like a lot. Lud's dipping, right? He already had a really big YouTube channel. There's a few people who have talked about it, like Moist Critical and like a bunch of other people in the industry that have said, hey, you know, some fucking motherfuckers are gonna be moving over. It makes me very curious for what like YouTube's gonna be doing in the future. Because like, yeah, number 6 on the platform moves over and you offer them 1/10 as much as a competing platform. It's kind of pathetic. And then with like this guy's toast, right? He went over to Facebook for what, like 2 years? He said when they offered him a contract to his agent that was like negotiating everything, they offered him 1/30th the amount the Facebook Gaming was going to give him, right? And they said, oh, you know, we don't really like want to offer that much, right? Because we already have Faker. We already have an Asian male big streamer. We don't need another Asian male big streamer, which is like, isn't that like, that's like, I don't know, to me it comes off like a little teeny bit racist in a way, or at least stereotypical, like that every Asian broadcaster has the same audience. I thought that was really fucking weird. Well, that's 2 years ago, right? Maybe Twitch has changed, but not so much when they're offering like 1/10 the amount of contract that other people are saying, and they got people leaving. I'm wondering who's going to be like one of the next people who leaves on this, right? Because someone brought up XQC, and they said, I don't think they'll give a fuck if XQC leaves because they already kind of see him as a brand risk, and he's been banned so many different times. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I don't know what other big people would be leaving. I know, like, Moist Critical didn't say he wouldn't leave, but his contract is up. And there's a bunch of other people whose contracts are coming up. But remember, like, a bunch of people all kind of posted around the same time when they got upped 2 years ago with Twitch. Like, they all had that, like, tweet come out, like, you know, I'm sticking with Twitch and I'm doing that. But it's just like, over the past few years, no, Twitch isn't giving what people want, right? Lud had one condition that he wanted for his channel to stay. He had one condition. And that condition that is that he wanted the ability to be able to limit the amount of gifted subs that a person could give on their channel. Because he felt like people gifted too much subs. He made too much money and people were spending too much on him. And they wouldn't do it, so he dipped. And then actually, I guess, like, well, it was one of the reasons he dipped, was one of his things that he thought. But he actually ended up flipping a coin because he couldn't decide. And now he's on YouTube. And there have been a bunch of people hinting that YouTube is gonna be adding a bunch of new stuff. And he also mentioned that he has a developer working on to make YouTube very much more like Twitch with channel points and shit like that. So that'll be cool. Yeah, a streamer getting upset that they're spending too much on them. Twitch hates that shit. Yeah, they're like, what do you mean you want to make less money? No.